deeper, if you want to call it that, or whatever, this crazier space that I'm new to. And it was like this transformation was happening. And I think that whenever people have gone to these kinds of places, that we see that transformation and we want to reach towards it. So for example, like my whole idea about virtual reality, augmented reality, deep fake stuff, AI, technology, transhumanism, like I sort of have changed due to this, because I'm just like,
transformed
look,
even.
Yeah, I didn't want to. Yeah, I transformed, you might say, transitioning, transforming, augmenting, multiplying, modifying. Like that's what we do. I think. I don't know. There's something that's, and maybe this trickster thing, this trickster element to it, it comes out. Well, it does. It comes out like just laughing. Like I'm just like, this is hilarious. Like this is wild, and this is where we're going. We're just,
You know what
this is
it
what we're doing.
reminds me of in a way is that you ever see those videos where I think it's in Thailand where somebody orders an ice cream cone and they keep giving it to them, but they keep not giving it to them. You know what I'm talking about? They like
Yeah.
give it and they think they're holding it, but then before they know it, it's gone. They're holding an empty cone. And
Yeah.
it keeps
Yeah.
going like that. Like that's what that
Yeah.
space feels like. It's very mercurial,
Yes.
malleable. Like here's the
Yes.
secret. Here's the secret. No, 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 no. It's behind your ear. There it is. No, it's in your back pocket. It was in my back pocket. Wait, where did it go? You know, like
Yeah.
constant. It's like, but they're metaphors for transformation and the idea of, like, I have this turn off from the idea of, like the waking, the world that's awakening, or the
I hear you. Yeah.
the whole like the global paradigm shift. It's always,
Right.
it's like, just mind your fucking business. You know what I mean? Like, just like stick with your immediate environment, do what you can do, cast your positivity as far and wide as you can, but stop fucking projecting the shit, because everything is in constant transformation. Everything is changed. So of course, stop trying to like cash in on the prophecy of it.
Right. Yeah. There's a sort of there's a religiosity to it, and like a guru complex kind of
Exactly,
thing.
because then
Yeah.
you're the one bringing. It's like you're the one that's bringing this news. But
Right.
the idea that what we seek is an ever shifting paradigm, like a paradigm that never settles. Where we can be okay with things in flux, and in order to do that, we have to have metaphors for it. And I think that space lends you exactly that. But
That's exactly it.
but it's
Yes.
what I call metaphor itself, because it's not a metaphor for something, but it's a metaphor trans something. It's a metaphor
Yes. Yes.
for that liminal taffy of,
Yep.
of
Yeah. Yeah.
that
Yeah. The liminal taffy. Yeah.
that can move around and juggle ideas without settling on them. Like I think of like divine insight, if you could call it, if you can put like a divine handle on it. It's like juggling hot coals. Like you don't want to be like, I found it, I found God, my hands, like
Yeah.
it'll burn your tongue trying to speak it. But
Right.
but if you can do it in a way where you're like, which is kind of like the way my use of language works a lot of times, is that it's kind of like twisted tongues in
Yes.
order to kind of like deliver the thing without actually having it burn my tongue, or
Right. Yes. Yes. Well,
deliver it and then riddles and ripples through the mind as well.
yes, and you've done your job very well,
Thanks.
because it's invited me into that space more. So everybody that's doing that, and I think that's the purpose, and everything that you were doing there, like that's what I was doing the whole time during this experience and several other experiences that I've had. And
It's a
so
similar space. There's like a continuity throughout.
there's a continuity to it. Yes, there's a continuity to it. There's characters and places, and it keeps unfolding and getting deeper. And but the big takeaway is that is, I think, is this creative channeling this through as many creative forces as you can. And what that does is what you just said. It gives this like invitation, this peak to something spectacular. And that's it. It's fascinating, spectacular, weird, strange, not divine necessarily, not like holy or Mother Gaia's awakening, or these kinds of things. Just this chaotic painter's palette of infinite creation, just spurling and hurtling around,
Right.
and that's the engine, that's the coal for the train. And I feel like that's been sort of awakened inside of me now, because it's like, okay, like this, I get it. Like I just create, just make.
And you still feel like, this is what I find beautiful about psilocybin, especially, is that you're initiated into this realm of kind of like Hunter Thompson. He used to ride his motorcycle at night with the lights off around like
Of course he
Ben's
did.
mountainside at like full speed, because when he'd get to that point, that dangerous point, is when the strange music would start. So it's like psilocybin at certain doses,
That's
like
so cool.
it initiates us into the realm of strange music. And
Yes.
I've I've gone to particular locations like by a river, where one time on psilocybin, the genius loci, the resident spirit of the place, transformed it all into sound, where the river had this theme that was like
Yes.
it was a very specific melody. And then another time I was on LSD at the same river, and it was the same fucking song, but it was electronic. It was like like the same thing. It's the strange music realm.
Yes.
The beauty of it is that once the trip is over, because the come down, it always comes in these waves, right? You're in the peak, and then another wave, and it's a little more subdued, and then it comes back a little bit, and it kind of like
Yeah.
fluctuates until it ebbs out. And then when you're back to baseline, the curtain has fallen, but you can still feel the music, even if it's like on mute. You now feel it like in your body, at least for another couple of days or so, if you maintain it the right way, or you can work with that. You can try to